Hi, I'm Chuck Colson with this week's 2-Minute Warning. A little less than a year ago, I aired my first 2-minute warning. It was about my concern over then the decision that President Obama had to make whether to send more troops to Afghanistan. I know I surprised a lot of my conservative friends by raising questions about whether such a move would be justified according to the just war theory. And now that the administration has sent more troops to Afghanistan, my concerns have even deepened. Make no mistake, as a Christian, I supported the original invasion of Afghanistan 8 years ago. Our cause was just. We had to put an end to the murderous Taliban regime, which was actively supporting terrorists who were killing Americans. We had a reasonable probability of success. We knew our military could chase the Taliban from power and destroy it. And the invasion was a last resort. There wasn't any other way to talk the Taliban out of sponsoring terrorism. And we could do it in a way that protected civilians. We weren't going to drop a nuke on Afghanistan. Now, this way of looking at our invasion of Afghanistan lays out the basics of what Christian thinkers and philosophers have called the just war theory or just war doctrine. And it's informed the Western way of looking at war for nearly 1,700 years. I believe the U.S. invasion met the principal just war criteria: just cause, legitimate authority, right intention, probability of success, last resort, and proportionality. But something went wrong in Afghanistan. American policy began to shift toward nation building, creating a little slice of democracy and civil order in the Middle East. But folks, I see no warrant in just war doctrine for going in and taking over a country, particularly one this corrupt, in order to build it in our own image. In other words, nation building is not a just cause. Even more problematic is that the probability of success, remember that's a requirement of just war, is now slim to none. It's obvious the American government has little or no chance of establishing a free democratic society in Afghanistan, where one has never existed, and in a country that fiercely resists outside intervention. In fact, what have we won for our efforts? As the Washington Post recently reported, after nearly 9 years of nation building in Afghanistan, and that's a quote, the U.S. government faces mounting evidence that it has helped to assemble one of the most corrupt governments in the world. And our nation's economic position makes success in Afghanistan even less likely. Simply put, our nation can no longer afford $100 billion a year to pay for this war. Even Secretary of State Hillary Clinton acknowledged recently that our mounting national debt undermines our capacity to act in our own interest. Now, I'm not advocating a complete pullout of Afghanistan. If our troops were to pull out precipitously, no doubt there'd be a Taliban-inspired bloodbath. Love of neighbor, in this case the Afghan people, may require that our troops stay longer in order to provide security and to provide a base for targeted missions to get the terrorists. There are legitimate ways to wage war on the Taliban by using good human intelligence and military technology like Predator drones. But waging war in the name of reshaping Afghanistan's society, in my humble opinion, has got to come to an end. It's not just, it won't work, it will bankrupt us. I want you to come to the colsoncenter.org and see the resources we've gathered for you on just war. We've got links to articles on this critical topic by great thinkers like George Weigel and others, some of whom, by the way, disagree with me. So weigh the arguments. Make your own decision. It's important. I'm Chuck Colson. That's this week's 2-Minute Warning.